Hey everybody, good evening. So, welcome to the live streams of Global Trade Live. Today is 20th of the audio stream current bitrate lower than the recommended bitrate. We recommend that you use an audio stream bitrate of 128 kbps. Okay, I think I have to just adjust the setting sample rate. Okay, requires a restart. Streaming output output stream output bitrate preset stereo. Okay, general. Hey guys, can you hear me? I think I have to just recheck the settings over here. I think I have to just recheck the settings over here. I think I have to just recheck the settings over here. Let me just go to the control panel. Okay, so let's have a look on at GBP over here first, and after that we are gonna move forward to the gold as well. So I hope my voice is loud and clear, guys. I hope my voice is loud and clear, guys. Okay, so let's have a look at the daily time frame over here, and actually let's have a look at the weekly time frame now. Uh, if we look at the weekly time frame over here in gold, then we can see that there was a resistance over here, right? So there was a resistance over here which was broken, and after that it created a resistance again. And then what the market did was, the market just rejected this area, these prices over here. Maybe if we just stretch this area towards the left, maybe because of the area coming from the left, so the market rejected that area, and after that it just broke and closed below. In the previous week's candle, it just closed below this area of resistance, which became the support now. So it closed below the support, which clearly means that the chances of going down is now increasing. So basically, in an easy language, we can say that the probability of moving down by GBP/JPY is now increasing, and now we have to look for our target area. So if in case GBP/JPY will be moving down, then there can be an area over here which can be a potential support zone, where the market might just reject again, or it might just break and go more down. So this was all about the weekly time frame over here. If we look at the daily now, daily time frame, we have to readjust these levels over here which we drew in the weekly. And yeah, so this looks good, and to the higher level this looks good. So now if we talk about the daily time frame, the market created a support zone over here first, earlier in the past. After that it created another one, so I'm gonna just readjust this area over here. And after that the market just went up over here till this price. When this price reached, the market started to reject this area, and then it started to form lower lows and lower highs. And we can clearly see that the market was forming lower lows and lower highs over here, and after that it just came all the way down by breaking the support zone over here, this zone over here. And after that it rejected and tested that area as well over here, and after that it finally came down. So what the today candle did was, today candle created a higher wick first, and then it just broke the low and continued to move down. But the problem was, there was a huge rejections which has already happened in this current price zone. So the problem is that the previous candles had huge wicks over here. So the main concern over here is that the market can really reject this area again and again, like the way it's doing right now. So if we go to the 4-hour time frame, then let's have a look at the 4-hour. What And let's try to understand what 4-hour is saying. I'm gonna just remove all the drawings. And if we talk about the 4-hour, then there was high formed over here. Okay, we have to tell ourselves a story every day, that what's gonna happen and what's happening right now, right? So the market has created this zone over here, and after that it created a low at this point, right? After that it went up over here, and after that it created a high finally, right? So the market created this high, then it just rejected this higher area, higher prices, and then it started to move down. It created a support again, and then it created a resistance over here. So I'm gonna mark these areas as well, because these are the important areas which is gonna help us in finding our trading opportunity finally. So when it created the support, it went up, tried to go exactly to the price where the previous resistance was, but it failed to get inside that price levels, and it just went straight down to the previous support it formed over here in the past, right? So the previous 4-hour candle, it just tapped and crossed below this area as well, but finally it rejected. And this rejection was not only because of this support zone over here, it was also because of this rejection wick over here as well. And the current 4-hour candle is trying to move up again. The thing is, yeah, the problem over here is that uh, even though the current 4-hour candle is trying to push up, but the problem is the market structure is sells, right? So there is a selling market structure over here. And when the market structure is really sells, you cannot really look for buys. So we have to look for something which will be supporting our selling idea, and after that we will be taking some trades over here, right? So the market right now is moving up, and still 4-hour candle got 1 hour to close. So I think this candle will be closing like a weak bullish candle, and the next 4-hour candle might just go up first and then will go down again. So this was all about the 4-hour. I'm gonna switch to the 1 hour now. So now as we move further and as we talk about the 1 hour time frame, then we can see clearly that there was a support zone over here which was broken by this candle, and after that it created a low over here, and then this candle just went all the way up in back inside this area of resistance which was the support earlier. And after that this candle just closed like a bearish one with a wick rejection to the bottom side, right? But can we really look for buys over here? I really don't think so, because the thing is that if we look above, then there is still a strong resistance zone which is coming up, even though this candle breaks the high of the previous one. So that can be a support formation, but if we look for the clean range or a proper range, then there is no proper or clean range. So what we have to do is we have to just wait for the market to, if we talk about the buy idea only, then we really have to wait for the market to go above this area of resistance and then form a support and then move up. So that's a long process, and it's gonna take some time to do. But in case the market in case the current candle just you know pushes down, then what we can expect over here is that if the current candle pushes down and breaks the low of the previous one, so I might expect a downfall over here till the point this support will be reached, right? So if we calculate this range over here, then this range is about like, oh, that's a really nice range. So this range is about 54-55 pips, and I think it might just move down, and that will be a retest to this wick rejection also. So if we talk about 30 minutes time frame now, so after the 1 hour I'm gonna switch to the 30 minutes, and I'm gonna just follow my process of analyzing the market. So now in the 30 minutes dynamics has changed a little bit. So now these 2 points are forming a kind of a support, right? After that, what we see from the support over here is the market went down to the support, and then it rejected that area. It hasn't accepted that area, and it rejected that area, and then it formed a small support over here, and after that it just started to move up, right? So but the thing is, right now the structure is still not bullish, even though this might just be a retracement, and after that the market can just move down again, right? Because in the high time frames like 1 hour and 4 hour, those time frames are supporting the sell idea over here. So we really cannot think of taking buys in a selling market structure, right? So to look for buys, I'm gonna wait for the market to go above this area over here, and then it should be forming a support, and then it should be moving up. It should be moving up like this. So I need a breakout. After that I need a support, and after that I need this continuation move. So this will gonna be a bullish move for me, because I'm really looking for this kind of structure if I will be looking for buys. And if I'm gonna look for sells only, then what I'm gonna do is I might look for sells. If you look at the 30 minutes, let me just zoom in a little bit, clear the market, And if we talk about the sell idea over here, then we can clearly see that the market is in a little bit of buying structure, right? So a little bit of buying. This can be also retracement, as I just told. So what can happen over here is, or what I'm looking for over here is, I'm looking for a push down, and after that I will look for a resistance formation, and after that I'll be looking for sells. So I'm going to look for this idea over here, because before formation of this structure over here, I really cannot look for sells, because in that way I'm going to be risking my trades in a false kind of a setup. Or the second idea over here is that I might look for sells below this area of support, right? Because if we calculate the range is like 46 to 50 pips in this area, so that can be a easy trade. So I'm gonna look for these two ideas over here, but nothing before that. So today is Monday as well, and we might not having much opportunities, or maybe the market will be lazy today. So let's talk about gold over here. Okay, so I'm gonna remove all the drawings, and if we talk about the gold, then gold is clearly in a bullish direction, bullish trend, and it's in a really strong bullish trend, right? But what we have over here is, so the gold just broke above this area of resistance area, right? And if we look at the gold in weekly, then weekly candle has just approached this this area over here. But what can happen over here is that to fill this wick, gold can push the price up, right? So that can be the case. So I'm going to switch back to the daily time frame. So in the daily time frame, the thing is, the move has already been done. Okay, so this was the move and it has already been done. So whenever the move has already been done, what you have to do is you have to wait for the market to form again a support, right? So whenever there is a support formation, there will be a bullish momentum coming up, right? So I'm just gonna wait for the goal to do that. If we talk about the daily time frame only, so I'm gonna wait for a support to be formed, because so the thing is, to form a support, it has to come down. So we might be having some kind of a retracement in gold, and if we just look at the 4-hour time frame, I'm gonna just zoom in a little bit, remove all the drawings. If I look at the 4-hour time frame over here, then there was a resistance over here in the 4-hour, right? The market went up, created a high, and then it created a support over here, right? And it just broke that high and closed above. So right now this 4-hour candle is still having 51 minutes left to close, right? So to in order to go up, or in order to move up from here, I think this 4-hour candle has to close above this high over here, because otherwise it might be formation of, or starting of a consolidation zone in gold, or maybe initialization of a sell trend in gold. So if you look at the 1 hour now, 1 hour time frame is clearly having a support, a nice support over here. And if we look at the market structure as well, this was a high, it broke above, it formed another high, but what it does was it did closed back inside this range over here. So I cannot take a buy even though this candle over here breaks the high over here, because the thing is, just above this area there is a strong resistance, right? So the market might just consolidate inside this area. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to switch to more lower time frame to get more information, right? I'm going to zoom in a little bit again. So if we talk about selling idea in gold, then clearly it's below this area over here, which is 1969.766, And if we talk about buy, then I might just wait for the gold to move above this area and then form a support and then move up again. So I'm gonna look for that for buys, and I'm gonna look for sells below this area. I might look for sells over here as well, but the problem is there's not much clean range. So yeah, because the market over here is a little bit confusing, because right now the support formation is there, and we might have some sells below this area. uh, nice nice pips we can achieve in this area. So I might look for sells below this area. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna look for some opportunity in the 5 minute maybe. So if we look at the 5 minute time frame now, then we can clearly see that there is a support in the 5 minute time frame, and I might look for sells below this area if you talk about the 5 minutes only. So the range is not that bad. Think I can try taking a trade, but obviously I'm not gonna force trade the market, because we will be getting many opportunities from tomorrow, and today is Monday as well. So and there is not much momentum coming up in the market. So I'm just gonna wait. So 17 minutes left for the current candle to close in gold. So nothing is happening right now. So nothing is happening at this point right now. The market is quite slow. So let's see if we have a trade today or not. In GBP JPY as well, the market is quite slow. So as we can see clearly over here that the current 30-minute candle has broke above the high of the previous 30-minute candle, and now the market can push the price up, but the problem is we have to wait for the market to form a structure above this area of resistance. So nothing before that is happening. So we just have to be very patient. So I'm gonna just wait for this candle to close, and after that we will be getting more information maybe about the market, like what it's gonna do next, or whether it's gonna just move like this only, or what's gonna be the case. So let's just wait and watch. So as we see over here, the gold is trying to push the price up again, and right now just 5 minutes left for the current 30-minute candle to close, and also right now 35 minutes left for the 1 hour candle to close. So let's just see and wait and watch like what the market gonna do over here. Okay, so I think the market will be moving like this today, and so what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna just come back tomorrow again. Let's meet tomorrow, guys, because right now there is no point of waiting for the market, because that might be a forced trading thing. So let's just wait for today, and if I might be having some opportunity, then I'm gonna obviously inform everybody. So take care everyone, have a great day, and do not over trade, guys. Do not over risk your money, and just wait for a perfect setup to be formed.